So, welcome. Sorry it took so long. Technical difficulties often happen, especially when you're live. And welcome to the Honeycomb Hideout. You are here in the realm of the Black Muslim Girl Fly. And tonight, our special guest host for BMG Fly Talks is all about entrepreneurship. And her name is Ameenah Diggins. And I'm waiting for her to jump back in. I had to restart. We had some technical difficulties. So while we're waiting, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I am an independent filmmaker. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. And I came out here because I did not see myself represented in stories, in TV or in film. And most recently, we have had a flush of Black representation, especially starting off with Black Panther. There was this tsunami type of wave where everyone wants to get that kind of content out there because they recognize that there's an audience for it. Now, I am focused on creating stories that center people who look and live like me, Black Muslim women. Black Muslim women are often invisible when it comes to demographics, when it comes to creating new shows. No one asks, hey, how about we create a show about a Black 20-something Black Muslim woman in LA and her BFF. So guess what? We created that show. And it is called East of La Brea, and it is here. Hey, Ameenah. Ameenah's back. It is based here in LA. And ironically enough, it is based in Koreatown, where I live. And just to let you know that Black Muslim women exist and we live and we are regular people just like you, and we have drama. So like right now we have some technical drama. This always happens. And I have no idea why certain people, their audio never kicks in. You can't hear me, can you? We can't hear you. So I don't know how to do this. I really don't, because usually it resolves itself. But it's Instagram. Instagram is not very, how about you hop out one more time? Hop out and then hop back in. Instagram is not very solid with this live. I'm sorry. I need to email somebody. But might have to do Facebook. Well, I'm right now Facebook Live. Where I'm right here on my phone. We are Instagram Live. But Ameenah's saying that she wants to hop in on Facebook. So if she's a professional like that, I'm going to let her do that. In the meantime, I would like to let you all know why I invited Ameenah. So I've been watching Ameenah on social media, and she's just blown me away. She runs her own business. She also coaches other people to run their own businesses, and most of the time they are Black Muslim women. And the reason why I love that is because going back to my hero, Khadijah, the Prophet's wife, she ran her own business, and she was always my hero. And I'm sure there are a lot of Black Muslim girls out there who don't know that you can start your own business. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait. And that's literally what tonight is all about. So we're going to talk with Ameenah because she's a professional. She is a Black Muslim woman who is an expert in her field at business coaching. And I really would love for you guys to hear what she has to say. And while we're waiting for her, I'm going to open it up for some questions because why not? It is Q&A. Absolutely, it's live. So we have BK69 Velt. Do you have a question? Or Dainty Daftar, do you have a question? Oh, look, there she is on Facebook. So let's see if we can connect you. I really don't know, Ameenah, how to connect you here on Facebook Live. So, hey, welcome. So can you log back out and log back into your Black Muslim Girl Fly Talks feed? Just try one more time because I've been having such great sound up until now. Our first episode, we had the same problem. But I want everybody to be able to hear you. And if you're over here on Facebook, my Instagram people can't hear you. And so, yeah. So that was the point of tonight. Entrepreneurship means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And you can run your own small business out of your home, or you can have a few locations where you have enough money that, you know, you can afford a franchise. But it's all about Black Muslim women creating their own money, building their communities, and making sure that we spread the wealth, pretty much. And starting with your family, you can start with learning how to be financially literate. It's still not working, huh? I don't know why. It says I'm waiting for you. You have to tap something. It says waiting for Ameenah. It says waiting for Muhammad-Diggins. So it's on you. Like it says waiting for you. I'm waiting according to the error message at the bottom, or not the error message, but it's saying it's waiting for you to do something. Can't hear you. I can't hear you. So maybe you should put in earbuds. We can hear you if you have earbuds. That usually works. But I started as an entrepreneur as a kid. My first business was a lemonade stand. And growing up in Baltimore City, you know, it's kind of crazy trying to make a living. And at a young age, I learned early on that if I want to make my own money, I need to make my own rules. And so, you know, I didn't take no for an answer. I just had to have that Cabbage Patch Kid doll back then. You want something, you go after it. And so, oh, it says now I'm waiting for Ameenah. And that's what entrepreneurship to me is about, is when you make your own rules, and you have to be very determined, you have to be very focused, and sometimes you have to live a lonely life. You know, entrepreneurs don't really get a break. You know, we're working all the time, and my daughter complains about that. She's like, I never get to spend time with you because you're working all the time, even on your days off. And I made Friday my day off, which is my favorite day of the week, and hopefully I get to go to Jummah, Friday prayer. But I'm always working, and because we have smartphones, it makes it a lot easier for us to be even more busy. And so what I would love Ameenah to do tonight is give us some tips on how to manage our time when we are entrepreneurs, and then rewind a little bit to let other people know, especially the youth, young women, young Black girls out there who want to know how to start their own business, how to get started. And Ameenah, you are here on Facebook, but you haven't joined the chat. So I'm typing to her to join with earbuds, because we can't hear you either way. Thank you guys for hanging out. And since nobody has any questions, I'm going to give you a few of our social media sites so that you can follow, because I have some really big announcements to make. And I was going to let everybody know that toward the end of the show tonight. I have a big announcement coming up in about 8 days, and it is involving storytelling. Now, it says here on Instagram that we are waiting, and I'm adding her now. Okay, we're still waiting. All right, we heard you a little bit. Are you there?
I'm here.
Yes! Oh, alhamdulillah. What happened? We were here, you know, chatting it up, me and the audience. Hey there. So welcome. Introduce yourself. I am so happy to have you here.
Yay!
Finally. You know, I was just talking, you know, and honestly, it's only supposed to be an informal chat anyway. Yes, yes. Alhamdulillah.
Yay. So, my name is Ameenah Muhammad-Diggins. I'm a business consultant. I'm an award-winning entrepreneur and best-selling author of Bashir and the Amazing Being Pie, and also There's Greatness in Me. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we're listening.
Yes. All right.
Technology, I swear.
I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years full time. I walked away from my corporate job about 15 years ago, and I didn't give any notice. Well, okay, I'll go back. I gave notice, but I didn't do the entire 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, this is not working for me.
Right.
So I've been a full-time entrepreneur for a few years now, about 15 years.
Wow.
I've been through different businesses, and recently, because I like switching industries, I found that my niche is actually coaching other emerging entrepreneurs, helping with their brand and all that. So awesome. That's what I do now.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming, and thank you for guest hosting. And like I said in the beginning, the reason why I invited you is because I've been watching you on social media, and you're just so very impressive. And not only are you impressive with your work, but I see you promoting other people's work, and that to me is essential when it comes to community, when it comes to, especially in the Muslim community, because, for us, by us, and as a Black Muslim woman, you make me proud. So, alhamdulillah, thank you.
Thank you so very much.
And
so that has always been my platform too, which just been economic empowerment and financial independence. So anybody who's doing that, who's promoting that, I'm always like, yes, because I understand that in order for us to be truly free is that we can't depend financially on anyone else. And that was the reasons why me and my husband said, okay, we need to always have, even if he continues to work, we always need to have something that if something were to happen, we would always have something to fall back on. Right.
So now here, let's start with what is an entrepreneur? Like, define what you think an entrepreneur is so that other people out there can decide if they are an entrepreneur.
So an entrepreneur is someone who solves a problem and makes a profit from solving a problem. So if you are not solving the problem, then technically you're not really an entrepreneur. You have to solve some problem. And if you're not making a profit, then you're basically, it's just a hobby. So you have to just to be, at least charging for your services.
Right.
If you want buying right away, then, keep going, find new ways to market, maybe tweak your presentation or tweak your offering. Sometimes when you're offering something and you realize that your market is asking for something else, then it behooves you to kind of switch gears and go in the direction of your market, as long as that's where you want to go, and solve a problem. So as long as you're solving a problem, then you're always be in business.
Awesome. So let's say, now I'm going to throw it back to my first job. My first job is I hired myself as a lemonade stand attendant. And I just had to have that Cabbage Patch Kid doll. And my mom was like, you know what? We cannot afford that. And I said, okay, mommy, I think I want to make my own money. And then boom, there you go. But then I also had to figure out when was the best time to sell. And so let's say that there's some young Black Muslim girls out there who want to start their own business. And like you said, they want to fulfill a need. How can they match their skills and their talents and their passions with fulfilling a need? Like, how would they know?
So I always tell my clients to first survey their audience. So you always have to find out. Sometimes people just try to profit from their passion. Like, oh, I just love sparkles so much. I want everything sparkles. And then you realize that no one loves sparkles. So now you're just loving sparkles, and nobody wants sparkles. You're just trying to sell sparkles, and nobody wants it.
Right.
So you first have to kind of ask your audience, what do you want? Do you like pink sparkles? Do you like red sparkles? Do you like lemonade in the morning? Do you like lemonade in the evening? So you ask questions, and as you get feedback from a focus group or just people in general, wherever for your market, and then you create a product based on that. That's the best way to do anything, really, is to that way you can make sure that turn a profit easier. And then once you make a name for yourself and you're really servicing them, then you can go back and say, now I want to sell sparkles because they've already, you've already kind of saturated that market or you've already made a profit.
I got you. And now, so there are so many statistics out there, but you as a business coach, I'm sure you know, who is the number one entrepreneur right now in, let's say, in America?
Well, the fastest growing demographic is actually women of color. And I believe it's probably because we technically earn, I guess, 38% less than our counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are looking at women who are very educated, but also one of the most educated women,
Absolutely.
We're very well educated, but then we earn less. And that's not just for us, that's also for our men as well. They are educated, but they earn less. So if you have education or knowledge, but then you can't get market rate for your services, you are forced into entrepreneurship. It's a natural flow because, okay, I'm worth this. I know my worth, but I can't demand that in the market because employers are not paying me my worth.
Right. And then you're relying upon your own ingenuity. And of course, you're going to have to invest in yourself. But going back to the whole surveying your audience, how will you know where you fit in?
I always a lot of times people try to, I don't know if you remember the the 5 Heartbeats cover, where there was the 5 Heartbeats and then they kind of whitewashed it and they were like, it had like 5 guys. You're probably way clear to that. But it was a time where people tried to turn themselves into something in order for their market, or they think their market's going to like this if they turn to something else.
Got it.
So, yeah, I always tell people just to be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else because it's going to come off as phony. It's going to come off as inauthentic. So there's always you're going to resonate with someone. Mm-hmm. So if there's a market for Beyonce, there's a market for Cardi B, there's a market for as opposed to trying to morph into something that you're not.
Right. Just
be who you are and service your tribe.
You're right.
If you try to morph into something, you're not going to resonate with the person you're trying to morph into.
Right.
So just try to be yourself.
Absolutely. And so to summarize, we as women of color are the number one entrepreneurs in this country. And then that goes back to community because we are the foundations of the community. We're the moms, we take care of the kids, we support our men. And so what are the top 3 fields that you would suggest young Black Muslim women out there to pursue as their first own business?
As a first venture? Mm-hmm. You have to kind of figure out what your skill set is. Mm-hmm. So you can help people to enhance their image, like enhance their beauty. There's always a market for beauty enhancement. Mm-hmm. If you're talking about losing weight, or if you're talking about makeup or clothes, there's always a market for that because those are one of the most best-selling markets to go into. Also, if you can help people with their finances, if you can help people to make money or help people to manage their money, that's always a great industry to go into. Mm-hmm. Also, if you can help people with their relationships. So those are called like power markets. You can help people make money or their finances, if you can help people look better or feel better, or if you can help people with their relationship, those are the power markets. And so that's like help people get married, help people raise their children better, help people be a better husband or wife. If you have a skill set in those 3 markets, you can. It's a great way to make some money.
Awesome. And so, if your passion falls into those 3 categories, then you're on your way, right? So, what would be the first step?
The next step.
The first step into starting your own business would be getting a loan. I'm just being devil's advocate here.
Somebody just asked me that question too. Like, I need capital. I always advise people you don't want to get capital without really getting your feet wet. sometimes if you have this overhead, you can use it as a crutch. Like, I always have this money, so I'm going to spend, as opposed to if you're bootstrapping, you learn the industry, you know what to do, you know how to be prudent with your money, as opposed to, just getting capital. And there's different, of course, something you want to need. If you're like debt broke, you need capital, then you can, like we did, a crowdfunding for my daughter's company.
Oh,
and we were like, okay, so what do we need to do? I wanted to teach her kind of like the marketing behind it. So we were able to raise, I think we raised like $10,000 for her company.
Wow, very cool.
So if you do need capital, there are ways to crowdfund without begging. You can do pre-sales. So if you definitely need capital, do something. You can always do a pre-sale in order to generate capital.
Awesome. Now, what business does your daughter run? What need does she fill?
The need that she fills is she created a company called Hijabi Fits, and it's a brand that sells hijabs for teens and tweens. So they are like the larger shaylas that we wear. She has them smaller for younger girls.
Downgraded.
And then brighter. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, going back to the passion that she has, is there something about this business that she found to be a magnet for her? I mean, despite, feeling this need, because, we spoke about that earlier, was it something that she felt drawn to?
It was. She started to wear hijab, and then I bought her all these scarves, and then she was like, these scarves are too bulky, they're too big, I don't know what to do with it, I can't do anything with them. She was like, I can start a company for girls my age, and I was like, that's actually a brilliant idea.
Cool.
This would be actually a great idea. So we kind of got started, and we ordered some samples, and she measured them out. So it was really cool. So it matched her because she came up with the idea, and me being the marketing person, I knew that I automatically knew that it was a great idea.
Excellent.
Automatically.
And because she felt like it would solve a need, not only for the public, but for herself, she was that much more invested.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so what kind of advice?
She was only 10 when it happened.
Oh, wow. Hijabi Fits. Okay. And how old is she now?
She's 12.
Oh, cool. So you've been in business for at least 2 years.
Yeah, well, she started right when she's about to turn 11. So since 1 year.
Awesome.
Yeah. And 1 year and a little bit of months.
And she's turning a profit?
She is turning a profit.
Alhamdulillah.
And she filed taxes.
There you go. That's how you know you're a boss.
And so it's been a journey, but she still gets orders. Alhamdulillah.
That's good.
If you want to support a young Black Muslim entrepreneur, you should visit hijabifits.com.
Awesome.
HIJABIFits.com. She was actually the youngest Black woman in Essence magazine, Black Muslim woman in Essence magazine, last November.
Nice.
And so she's had a lot of success, and I'm very proud of her.
Wonderful. And then how did she get investors? That was the last thing. Because we talked about capital, and now I want to talk about investors. How do you get people to buy into what you're selling or what your service is providing?
So if you're doing crowdfunding, the best way to do it is we created a video. We had a videographer, so you want to make sure that your delivery and it's perceived as professional. People want to invest in things where they feel confident that you're going to make good use of their money. She didn't necessarily have investors. She did have people donate, to her, but for the most part, she did pre-sales. So what we did was we got some samples made. I personally invested in her to get her logo done, and I personally invested to get some samples. And then from that, we were able to get a hired photographer to take pictures of the samples. And then we did a 30-day capital building where we just kind of sold our goal. Her goal was to get to 20,000.
Wow.
And she raised 1,000.
And she raised how much?
10.
Alhamdulillah. So that was great. And then how does she reach her audience? Remember, you spoke earlier about finding out what your audience wants. How did she reach her audience?
We mainly use social media, and then I knew in order for us to kind of go viral, that we needed to kind of engage the actual media. So I reached out to our local Fox channel in Philadelphia,
cool.
And she was featured on Fox, and then she did another news station, and then she was.
It's 7 o'clock.
So all of that kind of, they call it, forgot the name of it, but basically we use the power of news, the free press, to kind of boost her image and to have people to believe in her more.
Absolutely. Okay, and then is that crowdfunding still live? Can people still continue to contribute?
It actually ended, but on her website, if you wanted to continue to donate to her, you can. She also does philanthropy, so usually once a month she donates hijabs to girls that can't afford hijabs.
Awesome.
So if you wanted to continue to support her and giving back to other young girls who their parents may not be able to afford scarves, she does do that.
That is amazing. So what I'm going to do is after we're finished talking, I am definitely going to boost her site. And she's here on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay, Hijabi Fits. That's coming up. And then one last question, because there are these new platforms now that enable audiences to contribute to the arts, which is the final category that I want to ask you about. Because when you named the top 3, arts wasn't there anywhere in it. So I want you to speak to that. And then we're going to close out with a special announcement and some crowdfunding info. Okay, so the first question was, what about the arts? Why aren't they in the top 3? And what about the artists out there who want to turn their art into a business? What would they need to do?
Well, it depends on, I guess, because art is so broad. I guess you have film, you have visual art, you have music. So kind of you have to kind of gauge what your audience needs. But you kind of find out if it's something that resonates with people's souls, then you can definitely market that. So if it's something where you have a cause behind it, because we need more visibility in our community based on this, then you can definitely market that because it connects with people. So I always tell people, if you're trying to market something, you need to connect to people on a personal level, and not just kind of like buy this, but the reasons behind.
We lost you at the end. The reasons behind.
Answers the question.
Go ahead.
You're close.
You're lagging behind. You said the reasons behind. Oh, man. It's all right. So you said you have to reach their souls, and that's how you get them. And then how does that work with crowdfunding? Because your daughter's crowdfunding was very successful. What was it that made the difference? Was it connecting with the people, or was it the slick presentation, or tell us what that is?
Yeah. So when you're marketing something, you first want to, I guess, present the offer, and then you can tell people the reasons why. So our message was, in order to boost their self-confidence in young girls at an early age, for them to embrace hijab. So that was her message, to be cute and confident and comfortable.
Yes.
So we were mothers who they wanted their daughters to feel comfortable in hijab, and we were speaking to young girls that they can see themselves in this brand because it's specifically for them. Gotcha.
I love it. Wonderful. So if there are any other questions for Ameenah, please put them in the comment section, and I promise you I will ask and have them answered, inshallah. And then I want to thank you for being here. We don't get to talk, that was the whole idea. And during Ramadan, I had these talks, and we talked about stuff that most people don't talk about, especially as Muslims. But then I decided to keep it going because there's more to talk about, you know. And where are you located right now?
You're just going down a little bit.
Where are you located?
I'm in New Jersey.
Excellent. And I'm on the other side of the country in California. And so what I really wanted to do was bring Black Muslim women and girls together and have conversations like this. And this will be up so that other girls like your daughter, other young women, you know, like my daughter who's 22, can come back and take a look and just really gain some value, some benefit, because as Muslims, like I said, as Muslim moms, we're the foundation of the community. And then we as Black Muslim women, let me just tell y'all, we got a lot of stuff that y'all can learn from us. So just bring it, right? Just come and get the wealth, get the jewels, get the knowledge. Right. Yes. So I really appreciate it.
You reached out to me. I'm like, yes, I can do it. I didn't realize after the time difference. I was like, oh, that's why she's in LA.
But you know what? Technology is sometimes our enemy, but also sometimes our friend. And I am very blessed to have connected with you because face-to-face is so much better. And
I want to come out to LA. I would love to come out to Los Angeles and do a book reading so maybe we can
that's awesome.
partner and stuff like that.
That sounds great. That sounds really great because I'm partnered up with a Black Muslim woman-owned bookstore here. Ha ha. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much for all your knowledge. Thank you for being patient with the technology. And thank you for allowing us to record you so that others can come back and benefit later. And then, inshallah, we'll talk some more. Because for my Friday features, I do the same thing. If you are not up on the Friday features, guys, go to bmgfly.com/features. Every Friday, we spotlight a Black Muslim woman in her profession, no matter what it is. And this past Friday, we had Kwan, produced by Kwan. Kwan is a producer here in LA, and she's a Black Muslim woman, born and raised, and she's from the Midwest. So it's like, you never know who you're going to read about. So thank you. And inshallah, I hope you and I can talk about me spotlighting you.
Yeah.
Are you down for that?
Yes.
Awesome. Because my purpose is to share stories, and right now I'm finding out what my audience needs, and my audience is telling me they need more representation. They need more of us speaking. They need to see us in these positions where we are given knowledge. So, alhamdulillah. Thank you for being a part of that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, inshallah, we're gonna talk. We got each other's numbers, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you, inshallah. We'll see you again. Assalamu alaikum. Bye, everybody. That was wonderful. So even though we had technical difficulties, that was a great conversation. And I am sure everybody who watched learned a lot. As usual, Instagram is really being mean to me and not allowing me to download my video chats. And if you were on Instagram, you got the good stuff. If you come back and you want to learn everything that we talked about, join BMG Fly Talks, the Facebook group, because all of the videos will be downloaded and shared in the group exclusively. And in 24 hours, the one on BMG Fly Talks on Instagram is going to disappear, and this one is going to disappear. But like I said, if you join our group, you'll get to watch those videos anytime you want. And soon, I am looking forward to interviewing Ameenah for our Friday features. So if you haven't checked it out, last Friday we had a fashion designer, an amazing fashion designer who went to Milan. And we also had before that a singer, songwriter, and before that we had a model. And before that, we had an author. And before that, we had another filmmaker. Just so you know, just so you get it, Black Muslim women are here. We're out here. We have a voice, and we can help you. We can help you. We're very intelligent. We got a lot to give. And that being said, I'm going to close out and see you next Monday. Today was pretty fun. So what'd you think, honey? My daughter. How'd you like this week's show? Thumbs up. She's trying to stay incognito. All right, you guys. Bye. Thanks for hanging in there. And if you're on Facebook, leave me a comment. I like to see those. Bye.